What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back with another Unpopular Opinions Facebook edition here with John and with Slav. You guys ready for this?
Ready.
For more unpopular opinions?
Very ready.
We know how unpopular opinions you like. You like them, Slav,
I love
you?
my unpopular.
you love to be unpopular.
I've got lots of them.
And John, I've seen how divisive you
Yeah, I know.
two unpopular guys.
I know,
come on. This is from Connor Henderson.
Okay.
Arsenal will always be the better team in North London if Levy doesn't spend or sell the club.
Is this an Arsenal fan?
I don't know. That's an unpopular opinion.
You
A
think
bigger
that's-
club? A bigger club?
A better team, he said,
Oh, a
not a
better
bigger
team.
club.
Well,
Arsenal
we
will always be the better team. We're the better team, though.
Well, no, that
Who is this
doesn't
guy?
make-
no,
Who is this guy?
no, it's not a better team, but there's arguments that a bigger club because of Levy, you know, and his investment, you know.
Do you agree? Do you think Arsenal
But he
will always
says
be a
better
bigger
team.
club? He does say better team.
Well,
Maybe
until
he means
look,
bigger club.
it depends how you're how you evaluate it. But if we're not winning trophies, then we're not a big club, are we?
No. Well, but I don't know how depends how you define big
There's
club.
lots of-
But we are a better team at the moment than Arsenal.
He's used the wrong word, team, because
He
we're a
says
better
better team.
team. Yeah.
Do you think Arsenal will always be a bigger club?
Until we start winning stuff, yeah, because everyone's always going to bring it back to trophies.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But if Tottenham is a more attractive proposition for players to join, and if we're consistently finishing above them, does that not make us a bigger club?
not in the grand history of time, no.
Not on the ground.
It does make us a better team, though, which is what
No,
you said.
it makes us temporarily
We're definitely a better team. I
Better
think
team, or there's a difference between a team and a club, right? So, you know, I want to see us winning trophies
I
so
think
that
the
we
only
can
thing-
say that we're a bigger club.
I think the only thing they've got over us now is their Premier League titles and
If
their
only we would've-
and the FA Cup.
They were shitting themselves.
I
in
know,
Madrid.
it's
They were
pissing.
shitting themselves.
Really
Anyway,
bad.
we're a better club. We're a better team. Move on.
We've got to look. Our club has a soul to it. That's what I would say. We have a soul to our club. They don't.
Next opinion, Tottenham Hotspur banter. That George Graham should have been given a chance by Levy rather than bringing a club legend on Hoddle just to appease the fans.
Do you know what?
Unpopular opinion for
I'm not
sure.
sure about that, but what I would say is I would have kept him on for that FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal, because I think he would have been the manager that could have beaten Arsenal that day. And I think bringing in Hoddle was, like as Ben said in his word quotes, it was a good appointment, wrong timing, and I do agree with that. I think Graham would have been the man to beat
Hoddle,
Arsenal.
his first game of that semi-final.
Exactly, and I think we should have had Graham for that one game and then kicked him into touch.
It was probably a bit before your time, wasn't it, George Graham? So.
Just a bit.
Just a tad, but whatever. No, it's so annoying that the last two managers to have won trophies for Spurs are Juan de Ramos and George Graham.
Yeah, I know. It's
How
a paradox.
depressing is that?
That's a paradox,
It's
isn't it?
really depressing. But yeah, maybe we could have kept George Graham on for a bit longer. But anyway,
I don't know.
Patrick Doyle. We will not replace our greatest holding midfield player I ever saw in Moussa Dembele. That was Poch's first mistake. His second mistake was playing and not fully for Harry Kane. We've covered that. But will we
agree.
ever replace Moussa Dembele?
No, he's
Yeah,
a
it'd be
one of a
difficult
kind.
to.
He's a one of a kind. You can replace him,
Was it a mistake?
but you
to
won't
sell
find
him?
anyone.
I don't.
no.
I think we should have held on to him
I don't
actually, and
at all.
why not?
He was 32 years old, and
So?
he
So
was out for
Sissoko?
3 months. He was out for 3 months.
How's
when
old
we sold
Sissoko
him.
now?
He's not 32.
He's not
He's not
32.
even 30, I don't think.
Really?
I
I
think
thought
maybe
I think
he's
he's
30.
31.
No, I don't think so. I think he's 30.
I think
Moussa Dembele
I think we could have
got
used
in-
Dembele sparingly.
Also, you forget. Do you not remember with Wolves when we won 3-2 last? He was injured inside a minute and a half.
Yeah.
A minute and a half, and
He was breaking down.
And that was 3 months, and that was
No,
him
but
out for 3 months.
the fact of the matter is we got 10 million for him,
Yeah,
right? In January.
exactly.
His contract was up in 6 months. Like, people always bang on about, we lost Dembele, we should have kept it. Like, he didn't sign a contract. We were going to lose him for free. We had a chance to get 10 million for a player who's crocked and he's 32 and he's going on a free. It has. Unfortunately, we just have to do. We had to do
you
it.
have to
But you
rebuild.
know what?
You have to rebuild sometimes.
He was getting smashed in games, getting injured because he was always like overexerting himself. But I think we could have done it in a way that we did Gascoigne in '91, where we were like rolling him out like occasionally, like a certain amount, sparingly. Do you know what I mean? I think we could have done that a little bit
He
more.
was
with
injured for
Dembele.
3 months when we sold him. He was not going to play again until March, April when he picked up an injury.
Yeah,
in
he
November.
was crying. I think he was. Yeah, he
did
was,
his ankle.
I still think we could have deployed him sparingly in games. That's my opinion.
All right,
By the time he would have come back and got fully fit, you're looking at a 33, 34-year-old midfielder.
Yeah,
But
people,
let's go back to. He said, can we replace him?
can we replace him? He's
I
saying
think
no.
he can be
I
replaced.
think we can. Yeah.
Maybe in Dombele, we'll have to.
I think he's more attacking than
That's the
Dembele.
thing.
But I do think we need a defensive midfielder so badly.
Okay. Next one I want to go to this on Rad Jaburi Al Sheikh. says Andros Townsend is the worst player to put on a Spurs shirt in the last 20 years.
No, he's not the worst.
There's been
No way
no
is he the
way.
worst. I could
Andros
name you
Townsend.
20 that are worse than Townsend.
Well, the Townsend is probably the most predictable player to put on a Spurs shirt in the last 20
I'd
years.
say
He's not the worst.
I'd say I could list a good 10 to 20 more that were worse,
Yeah.
maybe more.
That's ridiculous. That's
Just off the top of my head.
silly
But
comment.
he was.
Greg
The thing is,
was
when
Razziak,
Andros Townsend got the ball, you knew what he was.
Tuba, list goes on.
Postiga.
You knew what Townsend was
Jansen.
going to do though. Come in, cut inside, and get a shot blocked.
But he's still doing it. He still does that. He still does that now.
He still does
Yeah.
it now. He has a few worldies in him.
Who do you think's the worst player that you've seen
In the
in Premier? Well, just since you've been supporting Spurs.
Razziak's up there. Gregor's
Yeah.
Razziak is up
I
there.
think Vincent Janssen.
You think it's the worst? He's
I
worse
think
than
that's
Razziak.
very possibly the worst player I've seen.
Stambouli,
He's
Vlad
poor, but
Kirikes.
Vlad Kirikes. Well,
There's loads, there's
Raul
loads.
Jaburi is being very harsh
There's
to Townsend,
loads.
saying he's the worst. All right, Stu Denners says the stadium is actually a giant milestone around our necks that has hampered spending since 2008 and will hamper spending for the next 25 years until it's paid off. The idea that the club are doing business the right way is an absolute joke. Just as there's a clear correlation
This
between the
guy's written
rest
a
of the just as there's a correlation between the rest of the recent top 16 spending on their teams and winning things. Tottenham are the only top 6 team without a trophy in the last 5 years and for 12 years.
I
So
is
he's saying
this unpopular opinions or
it's an unpopular thing
books?
saying we shouldn't have built the stadium. Basically, it's holding us back. It's too much money, and it contributes to the reason why we're the only top 6 team without a trophy in the last 5 years.
And-
I don't think that's unpopular.
No, it's not unpopular. But also, I kind
Well,
of
it is
agree with
because
that.
everyone loves the stadium, don't they? And they don't see it as a pop reason for us holding us back.
You know, Levy's now got the excuse where he doesn't have to invest, and people can go, "Oh, that's because of the stadium." You know, so he's now bought more time, hasn't he?
I don't
If we
think anyone
win
really
trophies.
knows what the finances are like at Spurs and what we have to spend. I think people just guess and base it off.
But the argument is the stadium is going to bring us forward financially. But he's saying it's held us back for like a decade now. Is it worth it? If it's going to bring, I know in the
Well,
future.
I don't know. Have you tried the chicken on level 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Chicken house, love it. Love that.
Get that
place.
cheese room in.
But all right, the cheese. Once we get the cheese room,
I don't know
there we
about
go.
that one.
That's a bit of like a book we
Yeah,
I think decided
chapter
to
six.
I can see a lot of logic
Chapter
in that.
6,
I can
the
agree
new
with a lot of
stadium
that.
and
We'll put it.
finances.
Stu Denners will have to make a whole video on that one, unfortunately. Dan Pearce, you're not going to like this one, Slav.
Oh.
Roman Pavlyuchenko was a terrible striker and
What?
missed sitters for days.
Nah.
I don't think he missed sitters.
He didn't. Oh, come on.
He missed sitters, but he
Come
was
on.
quality.
Roman Pavlyuchenko
He was a
missed
good.
so many
I thought he was a
sitters.
good finisher. Pat.
Yeah.
He just didn't
No,
run
no, no,
around
he-
enough.
He
He's
had
a show
rocket,
pony.
he had rocket fuel in his
He was
boots.
an inconsistent finisher for sure.
He-
Completely inconsistent.
He can hit a ball. I've never seen someone hit a ball as hard as him other than Tom Huddleston.
You think he was as good at striking a ball? You think he was as good as
He
Tom
can hit
Huddleston?
he can strike a ball.
I don't think
Pat.
his technique was that good. I think it was
No, I'm
very
talking about power.
inconsistent.
I'm not talking about technique.
He had power. He had power.
Class.
Yeah, his technique wasn't great. I
Yeah.
remember him having a few one-on-ones and just blazing it over the bar. I remember
I like
Blackburn
that.
at home, he had a few times. There was a reason why he was dropped for a large.
He
portion
scored
of
some
his career.
important goals though.
He scored some, but he was the most streaky striker. He was like,
I
needed a
remember
good
him.
run of form.
I remember him relegating Birmingham on the last day of the season with,
Yeah, two
with a
crackers.
2 30-yarders.
But I think I don't know. I don't think he was a terrible striker. I think that's harsh. But he missed a lot of sitters. I don't think.
He
you can
also
argue with that.
played as well in our first Champions League campaign as well.
Yeah, he
played
was
as well.
decent. He was
Scored
decent.
that goal in Young Boys to get us back in it.
That was a great goal.
Great goal.
That was a great goal.
That's
There
an
was-
important goal as well.
Yeah.
Inter Milan, he scored the last.
I'm sure he scored against FC20.
He did. He scored the 2 penalties.
Milan
Yeah.
into Milan at home, but that was on a plate.
Here we go. I'll put it on
But
a
still,
plate.
can only score.
Yeah, you can.
Can
You
he-
can
Terrible
it's
striker is
funny.
harsh, but I agree. He
No,
did miss, he missed sitters.
he's decent. He's decent.
Ezra Dahlberg says Lucas Moura is not good enough.
No, he went through this.
I went
He
through
is
that.
good enough.
See, what I don't understand. This is again.
He
People
is
say
good enough.
Llorente was quality and Moura's not good enough. I don't understand. How can that be?
Lucas Moura has scored
Because
I
almost.
disagree.
Someone said to me an argument, but look at that knockdown header he did for Moura's goal. And
Great
then,
knockdown header.
but they're saying that's the reason why Llorente is better than Moura. I was thinking, who fucking put the?
But that's not saying
He put the
Llorente's
ball in
better
the
than
net.
Moura. They're saying Lucas is not good enough. Lucas is
I
definitely.
think a couple of these. He's not good enough to be in the starting 11. He's good enough to be in the squad.
I think he's good enough for if players are injured. You're not going to look at Lucas Moura in the lineup and go, oh no.
I think he's good enough. Personally.
I think he's good enough.
We'll refer you to
some
our other
important
unpopular
goals.
opinions on that one. Steve Wilson says Kane is just a tapping merchant. He's doing Kane dirty there. He is doing Kane dirty there. Come on.
Do you know?
Does
No,
it
but
even
He's
think
obviously
he's
on to
not
some-
watching Harry
Yeah.
Kane.
He's
No,
obviously
Harry
being
Kane.
hyperbolic there, but I actually think that he's onto something a little bit bigger, which we've talked about in previous episodes about Kane, and is he at peak of his powers or not? He doesn't get his snapshots off quick enough, Kane, anymore. He used to. He doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a team thing or a Kane thing.
No,
I think
we talked about it, but I do think he's lost that little snap.
He's not a tapping man.
Kane used to be able to score goals off balance, like little snapshots. He doesn't. He's more sluggish now. He's a lot more brittle now. He's a little bit slower now. He's getting goals that you think he should get, but he doesn't get those sort of off balance shots anymore.
Brian at home, he was pretty much. I mean, he was on the floor.
He's not the same. He's not the same player. He's not as good. Kane is not as good as he was from 2016.
But he's not a tapping merchant.
No, I don't agree with that. I'm just saying he's being. It's hyperbole. He's being.
Harlow Globetrotter says Eric Lamela is the Argentinian Lee Cattermole. Runs round a lot, is rarely threatening, can't tackle for toffee.
I agree.
Is that unpopular?
It's not unpopular. I agree with it. I think he.
He's not the Argentine Lee Cattermole. Lee Cattermole never played on the wing. But
yeah, I don't remember Lee Cattermole doing ball runs.
Yeah, doing Barrows and Rabodas. I'm not sure you ever watched Lee Cattermole, but he probably didn't get as many yellow cards as Lee Cattermole.
Lamela doesn't hurt the opposition enough.
Oh, he hurts the opposition. He definitely hurts the opposition.
I think that's his sole aim. Right, I think when you see Jose putting his arm around Lamela saying on this, what we use to kick him, punch him, and headbutt him.
I think he definitely hurt the opposition. All right. That was part 1 of your Facebook unpopular opinions. Let us know in the comments below, what do you think of this episode? We're going to have the other parts coming up shortly. Let us know in the comments below what you think. Thank you, John, and thank you, Slav, for coming on for this edition.
Thank you.
And as always,
come on,
Spurs.